What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we are talking about some news that Axie Infinity just dropped. They just released their DEX. So before we get started, let's roll that intro. As you folks have probably heard in the Axie Infinity news or by looking at the thumbnail of this video, Axie Infinity has finally released their DEX, or Decentralized exchange. It is called Katana and it works on the Ronin network. So we're gonna go look through it really quick right now. We're gonna jump onto my computer and check out the Katana DEX. Alright, so I am on the Katana docs right now. This is just the documentation Axie Infinity gave us so we can read a little bit more about the Katana DEX, how it works, how to set it up, and everything. This here is the actual Katana DEX on the Ronin network. So you can see here we have a simple swap feature where we can swap out our tokens from Axie Infinity and we can swap them for something else. But let's take a quick look at the documents here. So we have the intro to Katana and it goes over a few key features, basically the three big ones: swapping, the pool, and farming. So swapping right here, it allows anyone to easily swap between various ERC20 assets. So this is so where we can swap the SLP that we earned, we can swap it for wrapped Ethereum, or we can swap it for AXS. We have the pool, and if you provide liquidity, you're going to earn swap fees. So another thing that dropped is before all fees on the Ronin network were completely free. Now you do get, I believe, 100 free transactions since the release of Katana, and after you use the 100 free transactions, you are going to have to pay a small fee to make those transactions. Now it's nothing big like Ethereum's gas fees or anything. The swap fees, I believe, are like cents, so it's something very small, but it is going to be needed, and in this way it incentivizes people to add to the liquidity pools for this whole deck and swaps and everything to work. And the third big thing is going to be farming. So with farming, you can, as it says here, stake your liquidity pool tokens and you can earn a new token called Ronin in exchange. So those are the three big features and uses of the Katana DEX. Now we're going to go to account setup, and the account setup is pretty straightforward. You just need to set up a Ronin wallet and connect it to the Katana DEX. Now you can follow the step-by-step instructions here. I will also link the documentation and the actual DEX in the description down below, so if you want to check it out, you can head on there. But I also made a video that I'm going to link in this as well, where I make a simple walkthrough going over how to create a Ronin wallet, how to create an Axie account. Pretty much all the steps that you see here I go over in my video, and again, I'll link it here in this video. Then we head on over to the Katana DEX basic, and this here shows us how to connect our Ronin wallet to Katana. Once we have it connected, we do have to, once you do your first swap, you do have to, I believe, approve everything. But once you do that, it's pretty easy. If you ever used another DEX or decentralized exchange before, like Uniswap or SushiSwap, it's pretty much the same thing. You put in the token that you have, how much you want to swap it out for, or how much you want to swap of it, and what you want to swap it out for. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see the pairings of different swaps that you can do. So on the left here, they break it down a little bit more. You can go ahead and swap. So it shows you the breakdown of how swap works, and we can take a look at it right now. So if I go to swap right now, actually let me connect my wallet real quick. So in the top right, you can connect your Ronin wallet. Just hit connect. Now I already did some swapping. I swapped my SLP into AXX so I could stake it. I will be creating another video as well shortly on how to stake AXS and what exactly staking AXS means. But I do have a little bit wrapped Ethereum, like a very little bit. I think this is like $5 worth of wrapped Ethereum, just so you understand the basics of how the swap works. If you have an asset here, I could select SLP AXS. You can also do USDC. You can then select the token or asset you want to swap it for. So let's say we wanted to buy some ASX with some Ethereum that we had. Let's say I had 0.25 Ethereum. This would then buy me 7.46 AXS. So you can see here 0.25, which is roughly around $1,133. $80, you'll be swapping it out for 7.46731 AXS, which is roughly around $1,130. It is a little bit less. You do have to take account some slippage fees, so during the transaction, price adjustments and things may happen, but it is a lot cheaper than what you used to have to do before, which is why the Ronin or the Katana DEX is so important and why so much people were waiting for it. So if you are a manager of Axie teams like I am myself, whenever you collect your SLP, if you wanted to then use your earnings to buy, say, more Axies to create another scholar team, what you would have to do is take that SLP from the Ronin network. You would have to take it out, transfer it to your MetaMask. You would have to pay a gas fee to do so, and then you would have to go from your MetaMask. You could use something like Uniswap. You could use any other exchange that accepted SLP and swap that SLP back to Ethereum, and then you would have to take your Ethereum from your MetaMask and transfer it back onto the Ronin network and pay another gas fee to get it back into the Ronin network. And those two-way gas fees that you had to pay were a lot. So sometimes people would wait till they had a large amount, or you just had to take the hit of the gas fees. And if we go to Axie.live, this website here, it'll actually show us what kind of the current gas fees are. So we're looking at, so if you had to withdraw SLP, you're looking at spending about $80 to $90 to withdraw that SLP. And then if you use something like Uniswap, you would have to then pay a gas fee for the swap itself. And if you look at here, let's say this is crypto.com's website, Uniswap right now, gas fee $80. So $80 to take out your SLP, $80 to swap your SLP to Ethereum, and then if you need to deposit Ethereum, another $80. To do that whole process, swapping out SLP to Ethereum, getting it back into the game so you could buy more Axies, would cost you just alone in gas fees $240, which was insane. So people couldn't, or people would have to wait till, you know, they got enough SLP where it felt okay to pay that transaction fee, because if not, you're paying this each time you're doing it. So with the Katana DEX now, if I had SLP earnings, I could swap it directly out for wrapped Ethereum. Say my scholars generated me 10,000 SLP, I could then swap it out directly for 0.18 wrapped Ethereum in the game, and then I could go into the marketplace and purchase some Axies using that wrapped Ethereum. And that there is the swap feature. You also have pools, so you can add liquidity if you wanted to. You would just have to add your two tokens here, so maybe wrapped Ethereum and AXS, and you would have to put in, so if you wanted to add liquidity of 1 wrapped Ethereum, you would also have to add 30 AXS in as well. In return, you would earn swap fees that you could use for other Ronin transactions. In farming here, you can then take your LP or your liquidity pool tokens that you earn from the pool. You can put them into here, and then in return you would get wrapped RON, which is Axie's new token that they introduced with the Katana DEX. Now I'll try and come out with a future video going more into the pool and farming section of the Katana DEX. Right now I did swap everything and staked some AXS just because I'm preparing to breed some more scholarship teams of Axies, so I'm trying to generate as much AXS as I can. But if you folks did enjoy this little tutorial of the Katana DEX, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, turn on the notification bells so you're notified when I post new videos here on YouTube. And again, I am going to be posting very soon a AXS staking video, as well as hopefully within the next month or so a video going over the pool and farming tools in the Katana DEX. So again, that is basically what the Katana DEX is. And another reason why I enjoyed that Axie finally came out with this is not only for me as a manager being able to swap out tokens that I need in order to purchase more teams or stake some more AXS, but it also gives a lot more tools and features to my actual scholars themselves, because no scholar is going to, until they collected a lot of SLP, is going to really be exchanging out their SLP and making that transition from MetaMask MetaMask or maybe going to like Binance and paying those fees. With Katana DEX, it makes it a lot easier for them to go ahead and take the SLP that they earned and just swap it for wrapped Ethereum to maybe buy their own Axies. Maybe they want to stake some AXS. They have a lot more possibilities now without having to pay ridiculous amount of fees like you did before, having to transfer out to the Ethereum network. So for that reason, I am also glad that the Ronin DEX now allows scholars to be able to grow their earnings that they get through Axie Infinity in much different ways. So I hope you folks enjoyed this one, and until next time, see you.